Hi, this is Eric Martin from BoardGameGeek. I'm here with Andy Corton from Thames and Cosmos, looking at Tally Ho, which is a well-known two-player game you're bringing back to market. This Rudy Hoffman design is a fun little game. I've played it a bunch. I was talking with one of my coworkers who's played it dozens of times. And you're hunters against animals.
Hunters against animals, that's right.
Right, yeah, asymmetric forces here in the forest. Mm-hmm. How does this work as we're playing? We start with all the tiles face down.
That's correct. So all the tiles start face down, and then throughout the game, you have each player turns over one tile at a time. So if it's my turn, I would then turn over this tile, and it turns over a tree. So a tree, the only person that can cut down trees are lumberjacks. So if we find a lumberjack somewhere, there's another tree, there's a lumberjack.
Okay.
So let's say if I am the lumberjack, I can then cut down that tree, I take the tree into my pile, and at the end of the game, trees are worth a certain number of points. And the idea is that you are bears, and let's say you're bears and foxes, and I am hunters and lumberjacks in the first round. You play 2 rounds, and then you switch. So you get a chance to play both characters each time. There's ducks, there's also geese, or pheasants, excuse me. There's a pheasant. Bears can eat lumberjacks and hunters. Foxes can eat foxes and... Where's the other one? Foxes and... We'll pretend.
Now you've got a limited number of people on the board, right? And you're moving them around. And the interesting thing, it's very quirky, but of course, the hunters never change direction. They're only pointing in one direction, and that's it.
That's right. You have to be very careful when you flip over a tile, and if you're the opponent, you want to watch to make sure they don't cheat. If you turn it over, you can't do one of those and flip it. You have to just turn it over, and whichever way it's facing, it's facing. So if this wasn't here, the hunter can then shoot the bear, and it can move as many spaces as he wants.
Right.
And you would shoot the bear, let's say you were the hunter, and the bears are worth the most points. They're worth 10 points. So it's very valuable to collect the bear, to kill the bear.
And if you're not doing that, though, then I'm taking my bear and running over your lumberjack.
That's right.
Eating him for breakfast and doing this. And you keep going. It's funny how simple the game is, and yet, there's a lot to it. It's very fun as you're flipping things over, and you get the surprise attacks. If I could turn a bear over here, I'd be eating your hunters.
That's right. You never know what you're going to turn over at any given time. And, it's a great game to play with kids. It's a great game for parents to play together or friends.
I was going to mention, in addition to shooting as well, you're trying to move people off the board.
So at the end, that's right, at the end of the game, so once all the tiles are turned over, everyone has five turns, 5 more turns remaining. And during that final phase, you can then move players off the board. So let's say this wasn't here and this wasn't here, and you were the fox, you can then move your fox off the board and keep it, and then that goes into your pile at the end to keep score.
Right. So it's very simple and yet very engaging and fun on here. So it's good to see it back on the market.
Thanks.
Thank you.